You can come down a lot more on that.
Guys, can we just get a little love for the sound guy? The hardest job here, hands down.
Before we get started, I need you guys to do something for me. I need you to take your right hand, put it in the air, just like this. Everybody, let's go. Right hand in the air, and then I want you to put it on your heart. I pledge allegiance to the flag, you can say it, of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. God bless America.
Ladies and gentlemen from Conway, Missouri, light up the darkness!
Peace rally, gunmen came to his house and shot him down. 2 days later, he walked out on that stage and sang. Somebody asked him why. He said, the people who are trying to make this world worse are not taking a day off. How can I light up the darkness?
I
And it's really great because that means I can eat my hair for the whole set. So we appreciate all of you being here and for the fact that we get to have live music. How awesome is that? I have missed that so much. And I'm so thankful that we got to have this and for Chains Unchained and for all the awesome family I got to see while I'm here today. So we are Light Up the Darkness, and this is our official last show. I know. We will still be playing music as a family. This was just the end of the chapter in the great big story of God's book, and it's okay. Because our music lives on and we'll still keep playing music. You're going to get a sneak peek of some new projects we've got going on too later. But right now this song is called Dark Nights. And this song is just about remembering that no matter how desperately alone you can feel sometimes. And lately for a lot of us, that's been really hard. COVID-19 has been really difficult for a lot of people who have felt very alone. And I'm promising you that no matter how long this lasts and how long that we have to feel like we're alone and locked in our houses and can't go places, that we are not alone because Christ is always with us and always gives us a hand to hold. This next song is a song called Not Too Late, and a few years ago we were on our way as a band to go play a 16-year-old girl's birthday party. Now that is not anything we had done before as a band or anything that we've done since, but we felt like God wanted us to go, so we went. And sometimes as a band you play weird shows and it's okay. And we got about an hour from home on the interstate, And we were the first ones on the scene of an accident. And we pulled the van over on the interstate, and you could see her SUV still rocking in the median and dust rolling. And so my dad pulls over real fast, and we're family, by the way, in case you didn't know that. My dad pulls over and he was like, "Don't get out of the car." And he gets out. Whoo, crying already, this is bad. He gets out and he goes in, and I'm like instinctively just getting out of the car, which normally I listen to my dad, but that day I couldn't. And we start looking for whoever the passenger or passengers were. And in just a couple of minutes, we found Bonnie. Bonnie was 24 years old when we met her, and she was 3 weeks away from her wedding day. And she was unconscious and laying in the median. And it was pretty obvious that she was taking her last breaths. And so they started kind of looking through some stuff, calling 911, trying to find some information to see if we could get some information on who she was. And I sat with her and did the only thing that I know how to do, and that's sing the lyric to every hymn I could think of. And I was praying and I was begging God, please just let the paramedics hurry up so that they can fix her. Please don't let her die. And I was frantic. I was panicking. Her breaths were getting more shallow. She was not doing well. She had glass in her hair. And I just remember thinking, why are they taking so long? And I just begged God over and over, please don't let her die. Please heal her. I know you can. I know you have the faith to do that. And I'm just singing and singing, probably more for her comfort, for my comfort than hers. And as I am singing, I get like 10 minutes into my journey with Bonnie, and I realize that, even though she's unconscious, a lot of times they say they can still hear you even if they can't respond. And I'm like, this girl is probably on, a few moments from death. And here I am just singing to her and praying for her, and never once have I asked her if she knows Jesus. And so now, frantic that I might be out of time, I start to beg her, and I'm like, Bonnie, because we knew her name at that point, I'm like, Bonnie, it's not too late. If you still have one more breath left in your lungs, it's not too late for you to give up whatever has been holding you back from Jesus and just let it go so that you can see him on the other side. And then I told her, if you already do know Jesus, it's okay for you to just let go and stop breathing. You're safe. And a few minutes later, I had to pronounce her dead to the officer and tell her it's been 2.5 minutes since she took a breath. And we left, and we went and played the show, and turns out that she went to school with a guy that I went to college with, and I was able to get a hold of her family and let them know that she didn't die alone, that she had someone there who held her hand and sang to her and prayed with her. And they told me that Bonnie was a Christian and that she had accepted Christ. So I will get to meet her one day in heaven. Yes, praise God for that. And so her parents said, can you come sing this song that you sang to her as she passed at her funeral? And so I did. Well, I mostly cried, but that is a line at the end of this song that I will sing a cappella, is the song that I sang to Bonnie as she died. But I say all of that not to just tell you this story that's emotional for why I wrote a song, because artists are that, we're emotional when we write songs. But to tell you to be intentional with your words, with your typed words, with your spoken words, with your written words, because words are permanent. And I knew that I was the last person on earth that was going to talk to Bonnie, but it's not always that obvious. How many times have people said, if I'd have known that was the last time I was going to talk to him, I wouldn't have said, or if I'd have known that was going to make them want to commit suicide, I wouldn't have, but we did. I want you to be intentional with the words that come out of your mouth, because if you are a Christian, like I am a Christian, like we are Christians, you no longer have the excuse of I am human. Because we are more than that now. We are Christ's mouth. And so just because they had it coming, or I was mad when I said that, or, they had it right, they've been doing this to me for years, I had to tell them off, someone had to. No, they didn't. And if your words aren't pushing someone closer to Christ, they're drawing them farther away. So be intentional with what you say, because you never know if it's the last thing that someone's going to hear before they go. called Waiting, and we're just going to play some music. Maybe. Disinfected microphones is really delicious. Yummy. We're gonna do a song called Love. If I don't choke to that. And this song is written for a very close friend of mine. And I just want you to know that if you're in this room and you feel like you've screwed up one too many times or 1,000 many too times for God to ever love you, wow, are you wrong. Jesus loves you right where you are in this moment, and He just wants you to come back. You don't need to get right with Him first. You just have to give your life to Him. That's it. Step one. I'm looking in your eyes, and I can see behind the truth, behind the lies. I'm struggling to find the truth you left behind when you chose to close your eyes. concert before? Show of hands. I love you! And I love you, random citizen. I don't have my glasses. I don't have my glasses on, so I can't see who you are. We can't play a rock show in glasses. I've tried. They just fall off your face, so. And I can't put contacts in my eyes. Well, I can put them in. I just can't get them out because I have like sharp fake nails and I really like them and I have to gouge my eye out to get them. It's no fun. So we're gonna do something that you've never seen at a Light Up the Darkness show before. Woohoo, that's exciting. I know. We're gonna do a song. Now, before Light Up the Darkness was Light Up the Darkness, we had a different name, and it was Friday Night Coffee House. Yeah, for the ones who know what that is, the rest of you are like, that's not a name, that's a place. Just, there's a reason we changed it, okay? Yeah, shit, well, that was a kind of middle thing. We won't go into that. We've done a lot of things. So anyway, so before Light Up the Darkness was Light Up the Darkness, we were Friday Night Coffee House, and we had an album that we did this song called Reach For You on. And it was just this really anointed song that is just about reaching for God where you are in that moment. And we're going to sing it for you. So if you remember us playing those before, sing with us. If not, there's a really easy line for the whole chorus. There's only one word, and it's Jesus. So once you get the idea of how it goes, y'all can sing along. Otherwise, you can get your cell phones out and do this. And it's really fun. Or you can just look at me like that. That works too. Oh, also, this song features my daddy. He's awesome.
Well, I will always stand as long as you command my soul to live. I know you have a plan, but I am just a man. And what can I give? And then you tell me that you want me, but you don't need me. But you reach for me as we come and meet. When all hope is gone, I can depend on you.
sneak peek of some of the new projects that we were working on. No, Light Up the Darkness does not move forward after this necessarily, but we can't just stop playing music because God gave that to us. So we're kind of doing some different things, and we're all still different people, but my dad is going to kind of give a story on how we even became a band and as a family, etc. And he's going to sing a couple of songs and lead us in worship, and then you're going to get to see Paul and I's music project together, and Jay and Shannon's music project together. We're going to do one song from each of those projects. So we've never performed them anywhere ever, so you guys will get to be the first ones to see them. So I hope it's worth that. Woo! You just gave us.
How y'all doing? Well, as you can tell, there's a little guitar in my hand. And true to lead guitarists, they can't quit playing. It's called noodling. I'm just pulling it. I don't care who does it. Just don't watch him. Pay attention to me. When I turned 60 years old this year, I think I got stupid because I started riding dirt bikes again a few years ago and busted a couple of ribs about 3 months ago. And makes you think about stuff. Some people say, well, now you're not bulletproof anymore. And I'm like, what? Yeah, I am. Because see, I get to go to heaven. When I die from here, I get to go to heaven. So I am bulletproof. So I want to tell you something. About 22 years ago, I came out here from Phoenix, Arizona. And the reason I came out here because I was so hooked on drugs that I had to make a change. And it was one night sitting in my bedroom. And I was so high on cocaine that I couldn't even look. I had to go in a dark room. If any of you have ever taken methamphetamines or coke, any uppers like that, when you get that high and your eyes are just, can't focus on anything. And that's the way I was that night. The only thing I knew to do, was to cry out to God. Because you see, when I was 12 years old, I accepted Christ. And so I knew I had a foundation. And then when we moved out here, God called me to take my talent and to write songs for Him and to glorify Him. And I'm going to tell you tonight, if you are in a band, don't compromise. There's too much compromise going on. Man, I've seen it. I've been out there on the road with a lot of bands and a lot of big bands, and I'm not going to name any names. That's not cool. I'm not going to do that. But I'm going to tell you this. We need a lot of prayer. And we need prayer because we're out there in the trenches. We're on the front lines. And you people that are in a band or you have a talent that you use for God, I don't care if it's standing at the door smiling at people coming in. That's a big talent. If God gave that to you, then you use it. If you don't, you're going to have to answer to Him. So what I want you to do is just listen to the story just a second. 22 years ago, it was about, I don't know what it was. We were watching some videos, a VHS tape, okay? That's how long ago it was. And we had learned to watch the video, and there was this band. Crazy dude, man. I don't know if Kevin's in here hiding somewhere, but crazy dude singing at a microphone hanging from the ceiling. Long old hair, puffy, getting out in there, and he comes up there and he starts this thing and he's going, I just know Jesus is the way. I just know, right? And I'm looking at it going, now that's what I'm talking about. Now we're getting some Christian rock going here. And so, it was about 2 weeks later, we got to go see them in concert. And met him. And Kevin's been a friend of mine for 22 years now. And it's really cool to have a rock star. He'll tell you he's not a rock star, but he acts like one wherever he is. I get to tease him. And so we started this band. And it went from this, what you're looking at just right here, to what we just did. And it went from an acoustic guitar to a whole fan booth. And let me tell you, when you're out on the road with your family, it can be the best and the worst. because you can't fire your family. I've thrown Paul out of the band about 25 times, I think, but he keeps coming back. But there was a cool thing that happened when I went to a Disciple concert. And I'm telling you right now, tonight, when I get to watch them, it'll be concert number 58 that I've seen them. Yeah, that tells you how old I am, right? So, there was a song that they did not too long ago, and it's called Radical. No, I'm not going to sing that song. That would be crazy. But there's a line in the middle of it that if you listen to that line, it is so important to live that way. And you'll know it. Sing it with me. Not just my mouth, but let my hands speak the glory of God. And not just my mouth, but let my hands speak the glory of God. And not just my mouth, but let my hands speak the glory of God. Not just my mouth, let my hands speak the glory of God. What an awesome line. Best line Kevin's ever written, as far as I'm concerned. And he's written a lot of them. You know, when we look back on how we started and the things that, you know, the girls, when they were little, we didn't have a babysitter for them. My wife used to play bass, and my nephew at the time was playing drums, and they were very young. So we just brought them on stage. After a while, they just kind of sit behind us, and then one day I gave them, I said, here's a shaker, a tambourine, and a woodblock. Have fun. And I'm not kidding, they did have fun. A couple shows later, man, they got this choreography going on behind me, man. Dancing around. I'm like, all right, time for you guys to step up. And through the years, they came on. And then they took over. And that was good, because it was time for the old guy to rest a little bit. I'm just going to finish with this. There's many people that feel like they're alone. You can be in a room of this many people and feel alone. Please don't do that. If you're out there today and you don't know Jesus Christ, then yes, you can be alone. But there's no reason for it. It doesn't take some fancy words or service or anything like that. What it takes is just to say, Jesus, I need you. Start there. This is a song called Storm. Some of you probably have heard it, some of you haven't. It's by a band called Lifehouse. Where the lead singer for Lifehouse was a worship leader when he got started. How long have I been in this storm? So overwhelmed by the ocean's shapeless form. The water's getting harder to tread, with these waves crashing over my head. If I could just see you, everything would be alright. If I'd see you, this darkness would turn to light. And I would walk on water, and you will catch me if I fall. And I will get lost into no, here to drown. So why am I 10 feet under and upside down? And barely surviving has become my purpose. I'm so used to living underneath the surface. If I could just see you, everything would be alright. If I'd see you, this darkness would turn to light. And I would walk on water, and you will catch me if I fall. And I get lost into your eyes. Everything would be alright. And I would walk on water, and you will catch me if I fall. And I would get lost into your eyes. Everything will be alright. Oh, everything is alright. Everything's alright. Yeah. Thank you, Jesus.
So guys, boy, this really tastes like my song. That's it. Hi baby. That's my kid. Everybody say hi, Evelyn. Oh, that's my other kid. Everybody say hi, Izzy. Now don't step on him, or I'll kill you. So, I have never performed a rock song not behind a drum kit. So I'm not really sure what to do with my arms. Maybe I should just like air drum. I think that's probably the best option. If I spit on you, I'm not used to people being close to me, so sorry. Also not sorry, because you're at a rock show, and at least I didn't spit a full water bottle of water at you. So gross. Don't do that. So we're gonna let them, is he gonna test the track? Can we test the track real fast just to make sure, check volume real fast? Because I have a big mouth. Also, they said I can stand on this. I can see you guys, and you can see me, which is also kind of scary. Louder if you don't care. Yeah, a little bit louder. I'm basically deaf. Okay. Yep, that's good. Thank you. Okay, we can start. We're gonna start that over. So, when we went to record this project, we were initially called Evergreen, and we named our album that, and then we realized that there's also exactly 7,432 other bands called Evergreen. So for legal purposes and Google search purposes, we are changing our name to Ink and Ember. And the reason behind that is that God gives himself to us in two ways: via ink of his word in scripture and written word, and via ember, his fire, his spirit, his Holy Spirit. So this is a song called Darkness Inside Me, and if you are a Christian or if you aren't and you struggle with depression, I do. And I try to be open about that because I want people to know that you can be a Christian and also have depression, because I've had a lot of people tell me, well, if you just had enough faith, that would go away. Wow, no, that's not how things work. That's not how the body works. That's not how God works. But the thing that I can rely on is that at the end of the day, I can battle this and I can have this darkness that rages on in my brain, but Christ is brighter than any darkness that could ever try to take over my brain. So if you struggle with anxiety or depression, depression or any of that, this song is for you. It's called Darkness Inside Me. Hit it, maestro. I've always wanted to say that. That's a good workout. I like that. Okay, so my little sister and her husband did an awesome project that they got to record and write and do everything themselves called World Breaker, and it's real heavy. So y'all get ready to move, okay? I'm really ready to do this. Also, isn't she cute? Yes? Not cute. No. Okay, so our project is called World Breaker, and usually most of our songs are all screaming because that's kind of my thing. But we actually decided to do one tonight, the Beauty in the Rain. Means a lot to me. They're still screaming it, don't you worry. But it means a lot to me. This is actually a huge step out of my comfort zone. Usually I'm hiding behind the keys
and a bass and everybody else, and then if I like sing or scream, it's drowned out by all them. But today I'm stepping out and actually doing, you know, my own project, my own song, and it's big for me. But so a lot of people don't know, and this is very personal. There are very, very few people that know that I actually have an autoimmune disorder. And a lot of times I'll kind of fall off the face of the planet and not keep in touch with people and whatnot. Because about 6 years ago, it changed my every single day. And it was huge. It caused my body to gain a lot of weight. My brain and my body don't sync. My digestive system shuts down. And it can be pretty scary. But one thing that is a huge relief for me, if any of you follow me on Facebook, you know that I am a huge animal person, and rescue is what I do like every day. We actually have like 27 cats at our house right now because they're really, really sick kittens. And that's why we were late getting here today, is because we were, you know, taking care of the sick kittens. But this song is all about finding beauty even when it feels impossible and it's not a likely moment. So when it rains, a lot of people are like, it's drabby and dark and gross outside, there's mud. And instead of thinking it like that, it's beautiful. It's absolutely gorgeous to think about the science of what is going on around you. And so for me, taking my storm that I go through on a daily basis and being able to praise God while in the rain was important to me. So we're World Breaker, and here we go. Bye! Okay guys, we're finally gonna do it! Maybe. Maybe it was too soon.
We got a couple more songs for you. Is that okay?
Now listen.
Is it worth $20 a head? Yeah, this has been so cool, man. I can't wait. How many of you want to watch Bread for War? When you just say that, it's just a cool name, right? Bread for War. I'm not talking about bread like eat bread. Bread's good. Garlic bread, you know, stuff like that. But Bread for War. That's just so cool. I'm doing this for everybody to get in.
Okay, I'm giving you guys a heads up, okay? No encore, okay? We want to respect the other bands that are here and people that they're doing that. So no encore. I love you and I appreciate that you guys are going to want to chant one more song. We know it's our last show, but no encore, okay? Say okay, Sammy. Okay, now you know. So even if you chant all night long, we're not coming back. We still love you though. Okay, is everybody good? They said no, so. The next song we're going to do is a song called Warzone. We got 2 songs. They're going to be back to back, and I want to see you guys going absolutely stinking nuts, okay? You are not very excited. I said okay! This is a song called Warzone. Ready, babe? I mean, Dad? That was weird. Ready, Dad? Here we go. Talk to you. The song is called Tunnels. Let's go.
Too quick to
the darkness.